hot from the tail.
Hut.
Ready, set, go. I'm popping right away. I didn't.
Whoa, look at us all stacked up on top of each other.
I totally pulled out of instinct. There was a big red handle because I was letting kids use it, and I wanted to have that on there. And I pulled my woofo handle.
Somebody is directly below me. I'm going to try and float back and then dive down a little bit.
I see all
float
three.
Back too far.
So I'm bottom in front.
You're bottom? Okay, cool.
Yep.
So I'm going to come to you.
Yeah.
I'll come down.
I'm just going to hold the heading for right now. This is a perfectly good heading, and you guys are set up looking awesome.
What if you set up flying V style here?
Sure. Oh, I like this diamond thing you got going on. It's offset a little. I wonder if the two sides of the wings could, like, get in line.
Trying to get up there a little bit.
And tighten it, right? Snug it. Here, altitude check, 6,200 feet.
6,003.
Yeah.
6,003.
I'm delaying the turn as long as I can, and when I do it, it'll be a 90-degree right, followed by another 90-degree right. Unless you guys tighten it up, and then we'll go for the 180.
Might need to do the 180.
All right. Let's do that.
Because I feel like I'm floating back. What canopy setting are we on?
Everybody's on intermediate. It's what we agreed.
Intermediate, yeah.
Is that the one right above beginner?
Yeah, right above beginner.
Exactly.
Are you on beginner?
Okay.
All right.
I'm on intermediate.
All right.
So
you're good then. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to collect you guys by adding brakes, holding a heading. Right. I'm starting now into the brakes. I'm at about quarter brakes, down by my earlobes.
Yeah.
Going just a hair deeper, just a little bit. I'm going to hold here, and you guys tell me when to go to pick up my speed again. When you get all collected.
Pick up your speed.
Coming now.
Well, for me, anyway.
All right. Did that help, you guys?
Yeah, I'm right next to you right now.
All right, I'm going to turn right. You see, when I do the braking, make sure that you don't brake right away. Turning right, 90 degrees. Going now. I'm still in full flight. We're pretty far from the airport, but we can make it back. Nice flying. I like it. It's good. It's good. All right. I'm going to cross the runway, and then we're going to turn right. We'll still be on the upwind side. Current altitude 4.9 thousand feet. All right.
Yeah.
Let me know if I take myself a little too seriously.
No, it's fine.
Dude,
like it.
It's like, dude, it's a video game. But it's more than a video. It's more than a video game. All right, I'm going to turn right. I'm going to turn right, and it'll be actually in about 10 seconds. I just want to drift a little further based on the crab. Actually, correction, let's call that less than 90. We're going to turn right about 75. Going now. Right turn, 75 degrees. Because 90 would have been too much because I have a crosswind and I need to kind of work it. Now, I'm still occasionally, do you guys get confused about where the arrow points? Like, is that the direction the wind is going?
It's the wind flow, but I get confused as well.
All right, can you remind us, since it's your game, it's your simulation?
Yeah, it's the direction that is flowing.
Oh, I had it backwards. All right, I'm going to turn right.
I was going to say, I know it might be a pain since it's already like this, but it might be good to make it be how a
windsock.
Have it be to where the thicker portion is the direction. That way, that the shape of the image you're looking at, whether you're real life or in the sim, is identical. Because we have a triangle. I forget the name for it, but a triangle.
Tetrahedron.
Tetrahedron.
You could make it look like a tetrahedron.
My drop zone.
All right, mind you, I'm going to turn right 90 degrees. Turning right, going now.
All right. I actually been thinking about this a lot too, because I'm like, man, I get confused even sometimes. It's like wait, is that pointing to where the wind is, or is that where it's flowing?
Yeah, totally. Now, if we truly didn't know, right, I'm going to do another simulation with you guys in the next jump where we pick up the wind. Right now it's 3 miles an hour. But if it was stronger, you could add brakes and see the drift. Right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So let's do that now for a second. So if you look down and you notice precisely what line you're going, not just like the glide angle, look a little steeper under your feet. And then if you add brakes, holding the heading, adding like pretty damn deep brakes. Now, of course, my belly's in the way. But if you could look straight down, you would notice that there is a little bit of drift to one side when it's real windy. I'm letting up my brakes, turning left 90 degrees, going now. Look at that, right? Have you guys ever tried that where you turn boxes? You're like, I just opened up in Timbuk frickin' 2. I don't recognize anything.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, sometimes you don't recognize anything. And under those circumstances, you got to figure out where the wind line is by going to deep brakes and turning boxes, right? Does that make sense? So if you're in deep brakes, you're going to drift with the wind more. And it'll be more pronounced. Right. It's more obvious as you fly your boxes. Now, of course, if you don't do it in brakes, it still works. You just don't have as much time.
I was going to say, I haven't done boxes, but like whenever I'm doing a spiral, you can kind of look down and see the drift that your spiral is having across the ground, and that's what I use sometimes.
Yep. All right, how about this idea? Follow me to the left, 90 degrees. We're going to go away from the drop zone for a moment. And now I'm going to turn left again, 90 degrees. Going now. Just so that we can enter the pattern at a reasonable altitude, right? So we're doing right-hand traffic, obviously landing into the wind, which means we're coming over that dark spot. Do you see do you see there's like a big green circle with a white around in the perimeter? That is not the target. That's the windsock. It's got to have Chesapeake.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the target is the other circle with it's like a double ring. It looks like you got bit by a tick. And all right, so now I'm doing my 180 left downwind leg, starting now. And looking for traffic, staying together as a group. Nice. If we could get the real kids to fly this clean, that'd be awesome. I see a little bit of drift to my left. I'm noticing a little. Right turn, about 45 degrees, right turn. Stopping the turn. Right there. Now we got to go over the swamp if we want that target.
Ooh,
let's go for the big target. Let's just pretend that the big green thing is the target, okay? But when you come here, please don't take out the windsock.
We're going to say that.
But Brian told me this is where you're supposed to.
Please don't take out the windsock. All right, so I'm at 300 feet. Now, you don't have to necessarily turn when I turn. Look at the target. And as she rises, you can be gentle in your turn. And if you turn in too early because the target, is still kind of not doing what you want, you go to the outside. I just took this slightly outside lane to get it to the target. And I curved it in. Nobody's in my way, but I got to land up. So I've led you guys to the target. Let's see if you do better than I did. There's 1, 2.
Yeah, Amir.
I love that. Right. I forgot to move. Like when you beam in, you got to move away from the beam up.
Oh yeah,
spot because otherwise it's like awkward.
Beam's right on top.
Yeah, there's like personal space thing going on.
Yeah,
it's like one of those Russian dolls.
It is. It is very trippy when you put your head inside. So we're at 12
miles per hour. Is it? Oh yeah, it's
14. That's what I have.
So that's good. Yeah,
it's 14.
It changes. Like right now, mine says 16, but
mine is
changes
11, and then it was 19.
Oh. Yeah, so it shifts
Jen.
up and down depending.
Hey, oh my gosh.
Oh, what she's... Well, I guess she didn't want to hang out. Have fun with the gravity.
Sorry. That was weird. Okay.
Enjoy the gravity.
Where am I at?
Well, you're below
you were
the balloon.
At Brian's home, DZ.
Oh, the drop zone. Yeah. You are at Skydive Chesapeake in Maryland. There's actually, if you look carefully, there's a crab around the landing area. The landing area has the big obvious target, which is actually not where you land normally. There's 2 targets from our viewpoint, but actually the one that is the obvious, like, oh, that's the target. No, that's the windsock. The big windsock.
Oh.
Yes. And so the smaller target that is 2 concentric rings, looks like a tick bite, is the target, and you're landing. We're trying to figure out, the winds are 14 miles an hour, and they're coming.
Oh, shoot.
Yes. They are blowing perpendicular to the runway.
Okay.
At 14. That means your base leg is either a real fast base leg or a slow base leg, depending on what direction you're landing.
Okay.
It's going to be a lot of crabbing.
Or a real long one.
A lot of crabbing on the base leg either way.
Amir, how many people can you have in here at once?
We haven't tested the max number yet, but we've had.
So,
when we first started,
is
Brian,
this
didn't we have 10 people?
I mean, 20 miles per hour, obviously, but like 14, that's pretty typical at my drop zone.
Yeah.
Like, you either kind of jump in those winds or.
That's why I did this.
You don't jump.
So that we can actually work on, the differences between running, holding, and crabbing, and the effects of airspeed on that ground speed and ground track. Because if you're crabbing across the wind line, you're going right where you want to go. If you go to deep brakes, you will need to change your heading now because you just affected the formula. Does that make sense? So the balance of power of those 2 vectors set up tip to tail in their correct orientation at that moment. As you close the triangle, that's where you're going. That's how fast you're going, if you can actually put numerical values to each of the legs of that triangle. And that's called navigation. Right? Does that make sense? So anyway, I think we should consider, just for funsies.
Is Jen coming back up here?
Let's do a crosswind approach.
I'm going to land here soon. Yeah.
Oh, you're way down there? All right. You can just replay once you land. So I'm curious where you landed.
I haven't landed yet, so I'm at 2.8 thousand feet. So
here, wait. Let's burn it down and join her. Everybody, burn it down to 2. Right.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, and just see if you can
We're gonna try and link up.
So Jen, where are you?
I'm just gonna sit.
This is gonna.
I'm
be
over
fun.
the drop zone.
You're right over the middle of the
I'm
drop
gonna
zone.
try and link up on Brian.
Not in the middle of it. I'm at one end of it.
Oh,
so.
I see her.
Oh, look at that! Somebody's right here. All right, so I'm at 5 grand. I'm gonna smoke it down. I can't bring myself to say 2. Let's call it. We're gonna do it at 3,000 feet. I'm gonna turn and track. Let's pull it 3 grand. It's the lowest I can officially recommend.
All right, cool. I pulled it a little lower.
All right, I got no traffic in front of me. Look for traffic in front of you before you make a clearing
going
turn.
Away from the drop zone.
And a parachute checking turn and a parachute checking flare. Right? Do the whole thing so that you remember how to skydive. Right? So where's Jen? I'm trying to figure out. What's your altitude now?
1.7.
You're 1.7. Right?
Okay, I'm very close.
I'm gonna try to burn it down and fly the pattern. Let's land with the runway on the left. Runway on the left is the final approach towards the target.
Kind of like
that means
last time, or
okay.
and we're gonna go
then I'm on the wrong
parallel.
side.
We're gonna go parallel to the runway. It's going to be a little weird because that means you're crabbing on final, and it also means that. Let's see. I'm gonna go to deep brakes and verify what direction I'm moving across the ground. I'm drifting to my left. I can see I'm drifting to my left. And that means we got to land with angled towards the runway. Your heading will need to be angled towards the runway. Does that make sense? On your whole final approach. And you got to shorten it a little bit.
Okay.
Are we going for the big circle again?
Let's go with the big circle, and we're going to land with the runway on the left.
I see.
And crosswind the whole approach. You got to, go a little bit back over the scrub area that looks like a crab. Can you guys see that the dark area looks like a crab and you're jumping in Maryland? Is that hilarious or what? I don't know if traffic's
I think I see that. Who's landing?
I see somebody
see
land.
somebody
Ready to go in
landing.
there.
I'm gonna be landing.
I was a little too high and I didn't have traffic, so I was maneuvering at just under
Oh,
a
I'm feeling
grand,
that
which
wind.
is
About
something. I'm going to go for the big pretend target. In
Just
other
landed.
words, the actual ring.
Okay.
Oh, you guys
I
are
see
over
you.
there. I'm on the other side of the runway. Okay.
I had to really think about how to get
Yep, I had
myself
to-
on the right side of the runway too. Don't feel bad.
Oh, nice
Yeah,
landing.
I'm on the opposite side of you guys. I
Nice.
see y'all.
Hey, right on. I didn't. What
Hey.
direction did you come in from? I was looking
I was on the
down.
other
I was
side
like
of the runway.
stowing my toggles, you know? That's
I have
way
no
too
idea.
high.
Hey, we should clear the pit. Normally you would
That's
clear the
way-
pit. But let's just, I'm going to stay
Way
in the
too
middle.
high.
Here I
You
come.
are, dude. You're like, what are you going to do? So you got to follow the runway.
Yeah.
No, don't do
Well,
anything.
I guess I'm landing
Don't do
off.
anything stupid. Don't be a
I
hero.
guess I'm
I
landing
did.
off.
Just yeah, exactly. So you would go parallel to the tree line, out into the field enough that you don't worry about clipping a wingtip, and you're not going to
I'm
land.
gonna make sure he's all right.
You're not going to. Yeah, exactly. He's running. He's going.
Checking on him.
He's
You're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right.
One and
You're gonna be all right.
Oh, I've landed off of the drop zone like this before. Unfortunately, I had
All right.
All right.
challenge
Ready.
accepted.
Yes, tracking race number 1. Ready, set,